So
I won't bless that guy, that son of a
that son of a that poor son that poor son that
son of a bitch.
Hello, internet. Welcome to Procrastinators. It's looking like I'm here. It's 10:25 a.m. No one showed up. Give us silent, withered on the vine, whatever that means. So you know what that means. Looks like we're starting another Bencast. Will it conclude a Bencast, or will we have an interruption? We have such an inconsiderate interruption as the last time. Only time will tell. But you know what this means. This is my opportunity to phone it in. Oh my god.
Hello.
Did you wait until I started?
What? No. I didn't know you had started. I was sorry I was late.
You idiot. I literally just started like a minute ago.
Well, I guess looks like I'm on time.
Okay, cool. All right. Very good. Very, very nice. Hi, Gib. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
Could not. Okay, sure. Are you recording?
I am, yes.
Okay, cool. Very, very nice. What's going on?
Nothing. I was just
Cool.
playing Avon Colony, which is free on the Epic Store, but now it will until November 11th. So you've missed it if you're listening to this. Lol.
Oh, I guess I'll Google it.
It's like a city simulator building thing, but on space, new planets, and it's pretty good. It's pretty nice. You got your buildings, and you got your immigration for new residents. You got your housing, air filtration, farming. Pretty good.
I have never really played city builder games, although I think I can understand the appeal. I've just never really delved into the genre.
I have played a lot of them. Actually, I guess I've played SimCity 3000 a million years ago, and some other like tangentially related stuff. I like city building in like the what is it? What do you call it when it's like stats and figures? When you're overviewing all of the numbers.
Spreadsheets?
Yeah, in the spreadsheet fashion. I don't know how to describe it. But it's like nice, like balancing all of the food intake and food, consumption. You can ration things.
Sure.
It's good.
Yeah. I had a version of SimCity on like fucking Windows 3.1. Like I had a really old, like it had SimCity and SimEarth, like I think the original ones, and that was when I was a kid, and I found them impenetrable. I couldn't really understand them, so didn't end up playing a lot of them. I would fuck around with them and like try and make natural disasters happen, and that was like pretty much all the enjoyment I could get out of them, because I was an idiot.
Yeah, there's usually a point where it's like, it's so big that either it's too big to fail, and then there's no, like, challenge anymore, like you've got too many completely filled storage things, and it's like, you're never going to run out of food or water or anything, and you're too powerful to be killed by an invasion, so, like, natural disasters are the only thing that can, like make it tense again. But they're also annoying to deal with because of how many things break. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the point.
That's the point. But like,
you're annoying yourself. Yeah.
There's a point in a lot of these games where like I haven't reached that point in Avon Colony. I'm sure it'll get there. Where like there's no challenge, or it's too challenging and too stressful. My favorite
just
city
like
building
real life.
things.
Am I right?
Yeah, my favorite city building things are one where like it's more casual, but like the real fun is going down into your city and exploring it. There's a few
Oh,
games where you
right.
can do
You can
that.
do that in some of these. Kind of like how, or couldn't you do that in Roller Coaster Tycoon
Yeah,
too?
all of
In
the
the
tycoon
3D, the
games where you
3D.
can,
Yeah,
like Theme Park World as well. You
yeah.
can make your theme park, you can make your roller coasters, and then you can ride them. You can walk around. Zoo Tycoon.
Mm.
I love all those
Mm.
fucking
I've also
stupid
never
things.
played a. I've never played a Tycoon. I never played a Tycoon.
Zoo Tycoon's good because you can get a lion and you can just pick it up out of the enclosure and put it into the normal part of the park, and people will
Oh,
scream.
will they die?
They'll scream and run, and the lion will not really kill anyone
Oh,
unless. No, wait, I think the lion can kill people.
what's the point of a lion if it can't kill
I
people?
think it can kill people, and then like the park rangers are like, "Oh shit!" They
Yep,
dart
that's
it.
what
They
I would
shoot it.
do.
Shoot it with sleep darts, and then it gets put in a cage.
And suddenly it becomes an RTS. Suddenly it becomes tower defense as you put more lions out of the cages. And they.
There was this Zoo Tycoon like expansion pack for like dinosaurs where you could make
Hmm.
you could unearth like fossils, go to a research station, and then like a la Pokemon create dinosaurs with the fossils, and and then you can just have dinosaurs, and then if you break the thing, the dinosaurs will go on the rampage and try to kill
Hmm.
people, just like Jurassic Park, and then you can go down into first person view and like use like the special harpoon gun to put it to sleep again. And that's what I used to like doing. I used to like getting a bunch of dinosaurs and then becoming an FPS in Zoo Tycoon. That shit's
That's
great.
fucked up. Just play a game that where you're supposed to shoot dinosaurs.
No, because then they're
Play
hard.
Turok.
They'll like, oh, the dinosaurs have a lot of HP and they'll kill you. It's like that's not what I want.
No, I want. It's
I
not
want games to be
like
easy and
it
never
doesn't.
challenging.
I can't get off to shooting dinosaurs in a context where I'm supposed to be shooting them. I want to feel like I really shouldn't be shooting these dinosaurs. That's what does it for me. Uh, it's the transgressive element of it that really activates my neurons.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
I'm trying to think if I ever played any good video game in my whole damn life. No. Yeah, I had the really old Sims on my old ass computer. No, I've just played fucking JRPGs like a fucking nerd.
I mean, those can be good.
No, they fucking can't.
You could have like a
Stupid.
story, and it's like you've watched a movie
No, that's the worst. That's
over the course of
worst.
like 170 hours.
God, I would never watch a movie. Uh, uh, Man, I fucking hate movies. What a waste of time. Am I right? I hate media.
True.
True.
Movies are always like in that awkward spot of like they're too long to just casually put on and like I need a break. But then you're like fucking up the pacing of the movie if you take a break. So you feel compelled to like watch it all in one go, but it's a little bit too long to watch all in one go.
I actually watched. I was cajoled into watching a movie. I was plied with alcohol and then coerced into watching a movie that I would never have consented to
Is it
while
the My Little
sober.
Pony movie?
No. This was on Halloween. We watched House or Hausu or the Japanese horror movie, the old one.
I do not know that.
I had heard of it. I don't like horror movies, and I was like, I don't want to watch horror movies on Halloween. I know, haha, that's what you do on Halloween, but like, I hate that shit. I don't want to do it. But they got me to do it, and it was fine because it's a movie. It's old enough that like the special effects are not convincing at all, and so it's just kind of silly. Well, I mean, it was legitimately creepy at times because you could tell what they were going for, and what they were going for was pretty creepy. But I wasn't like, it was fine. And very, very compelling. The cinematography was very weird and interesting, and the movie started with like just lots of like. It starts really weird. It starts in like a very self-aware sort of like parody of like a lighthearted drama, but they have all these scene transitions of like the one thing we kept noticing was that there are all these like painted backgrounds. There's like very obviously painted backgrounds in like every scene. You can really tell like that's not a real sky, like that's a painting. And then at some point they start like putting characters in front of paintings and you think, oh, it's more painted backgrounds, but then the camera will move and you'll see like, no, wait, they're actually just standing in front of like a mural at their school. That was one weird thing that was very disorienting about it. I don't know. It's hard. I could probably talk a lot about House, but
I'm looking at
it's really
images
interesting.
of it.
It's really good.
I've seen the poster of this cat with the big lip teeth.
Yeah. The cat was just kind of there at the end. Only at the very end was I like, oh, I guess that's why the cat's on the poster. Okay, sure. Is it if I just search House movie?
I typed in House Japan movie and I got it.
Yeah. Well, what else could I? There were. The like the kills are very. It's not like a slasher. Like people don't get like killed by a person. They basically get like sort of separated into pieces by some sort of like the magical force of the house itself, and like their pieces will like keep doing things that like they were doing while they were alive, like the girl who eats all the time, like she like falls down a well and like her head gets separated and then like they find the head and the head tries to like bite them, and like one girl is like playing a piano and like the piano eats her, and then they find like her disembodied fingers like are still like you know playing the keys of the keyboard and stuff. This is a spoiler, but like one of the girls is named Kung Fu, and she's just like tough and does karate or whatever, or kung fu I suppose, and she's like one of the last ones to die. I think like the house is going like crazy. The house is like really like, you know, the ghost is like, all right, no more fucking around. It's time to kill all you motherfuckers. And she starts like she's like doing karate, but like she gets sucked into like a closet or a mirror or something. I don't even remember, but like her like after she does, like her like legs and her like hands like come out and her legs just like continue doing like karate kicks like against like the ghost. Just her like bloody disembodied like legs just kicking. Very amusing. Cool. It was very cool. It was very cool. Yeah, a rare W for cinema as a whole.
I thought you were going to say a rare W for the nation of Japan.
that too. Yeah, finally they've contributed something to culture.
Apparently the director also made a live action The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, which I guess is based on a book.
Oh,
you know was not that anime movie, Girl Who Leapt Through Time?
I've seen the anime, I think. I thought it was an original. I didn't know it was based on a book. Did the live action version come before the anime?
1983, so I think so.
Girl Who... Yeah, the movie was 2006. Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea. Pretty neat. I don't know what else to say about it. Is that the same guy who did Summer Wars, right? Summer Boys? It's not Summer Boys.
Summer Boys.
And that was... Okay, am I crazy? But Summer Wars is the movie by the guy who made the Digimon movie, but like the Digimon movie was really good.
Yes, you're thinking of the right person.
And then he was like, wow, I wish I wasted my great idea on the Digimon movie. I'm going to go make the movie again, but not Digimon this time. I'm going to make it my own movie, and that was Summer Wars, right?
I think so.
This is a story that I feel like I've heard repeated many times.
Mamoru Hosoda?
Yeah, Mamoru Hosoda. Yep. This is all. It's all I have the pieces of this story in my mind, but scattered, but separated, you might say, into their various pieces, and they continue to do things in the house of my mind. Curious.
Yes, he did the Digimon Adventure. He did the Go Through Lit Through Time Summer Wars.
Yeah.
And then Wolf Children more recently. More
Another
recent.
one I
That's
have
2012.
I have not seen Wolf Children. Wolf Children. Wolf Children is that one that has that scene, right? Didn't like Trixie talk about that scene one time where like it's like the kids growing up and it's like one shot from like the side of the house and like you see them like living their life in the house as they like get older or whatever.
I have no
And it's
recollection.
like one shot from one side of the just one like cut out shot of the house and you see them do.
Dude, they filmed this anime movie in a single take.
And yeah, they did it in one take. They drew it in one take. No erasing. Yeah. Hausu's cool. Hausu's a good movie. I was getting drunk, but I didn't start drunk, and I even at the beginning while I was mostly sober, I was like, ooh, the tone of this movie is very weird, very interesting, and I'm engaged, and so I was. Yeah. Did you do anything on Halloween?
Oh, not really. In fact, we were recording the PCP on Halloween.
Yeah, we recorded it in the morning.
But for me, that was like.
Oh right.
It was like 3 p.m. going into the beginning of the afternoon. Obviously, it was dark, so like it was trick or treaters happening near the end. And I
really there were. Oh, that's pretty early.
So. Like maybe just after we'd finished recording.
It gets dark at 6 p.m. for you?
Well, yeah, it's winter.
I mean, it gets dark pretty early. I think it gets dark around like 7 or 8ish here.
Anyway.
I
forget how long we went. But yeah, that was happening, and I, earlier in the day, had carved the jack-o'-lantern, and I was like, that was a good one. I think it was pretty good. And then that was put outside, and then that's it. I didn't really answer the door because I don't like doing that. I didn't have a costume because I never remember to do that through the whole of October. And I was like, well, whatever. And then as soon as Halloween was over, I was like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready for Halloween now. And that's how it always goes. I'm always ready for Halloween after Halloween is over.
Well, it's easy to be ready when it's too late and you can't do it and there's nothing to be done.
Yeah, but like spooky stuff.
Coward's way out.
Spooky stuff is fun. Like quote unquote spooky. Because I have a pumpkin OC as my main character that I use for things. So I just do that all year. I don't feel compelled to only do it during Halloween, so I can just do it now. I can just do Halloween in November if I wanted. And it would consist of me watching a scary movie and drawing a picture of a scary thing.
It's true. Time is merely an illusion. The calendar is a human invention. It's merely a social construct, in fact.
You could dress like a goth whenever you want.
That's true.
You don't have to do it.
That's true.
At a specific night.
And you should do it all the time. If you want to be cool. Just like me in high school.
How goth were you, Ben?
I was not the most goth. I was a bit of a poser. I had some trip pants. I had a couple of pieces of Hot Topic jewelry. I spiked my hair a little bit, but I wasn't like I didn't like go to I had a couple friends who went to like rock shows and stuff, like local bands and whatever. I didn't really do that. I was like 5 out of 10 goth, so like I was a bit of a hanger-on. Just kind of all my friends were doing it, so I did it too. I'll be honest.
Trip pants. I've never actually had trip pants. Nor really
you should get some. You should fucking get some.
They look like the goth equivalent of like flares.
What do they say? They say, the millennials are still wearing, skinny jeans, but like among Zoomers, the big like baggy Jinkos are coming back in style. I feel like the trip pants should come back along with that trend. I think that would be pretty cool.
Some of them look cool, but some of them definitely look like restrictive in an annoying way, like chains connected. Well,
they're not built for performance, Skib.
But they're built for performing.
Honestly, I'm feeling Stupid. I feel like maybe I should get some and just wear them.
Yeah, why
Look
not?
I already look like a fucking moron in public. I already dress like a fucking child, like a complete imbecile. Why not just go all out, right?
Yeah,
They're
I
funny.
I have like always been like, oh, fashion, that's for like if you're
Look
cool.
at this shit.
I've never
Look,
really been like, oh, I'm gonna do like an outfit. It's like too feels like too much of a statement. I don't want people to notice, but I feel like I should. Not necessarily trip pants, but like something
a statement, right? Yeah,
like
making a
huge.
statement.
Some of those like huge puffy like cute like sneakers that I've seen.
I guess
I need
these are
some of
like girl
those.
pants. I guess these are like girl pants, but like, what's the difference? Like, who would see you wearing these and be like, "Oh, those are girls' trip pants, idiot? I don't think anyone would.
Wait, what are you looking at?
This picture I just posted in the general.
Oh, wait. I think it's the midriff, but like the pants themselves are
Yeah, the pants
they're
themselves, I don't
completely
think you.
genderless.
Yeah. Hmm. I mean,
Hmm.
heck, it's getting chilly out. The weather's right for trip pants. It's trip pants season, baby.
Wouldn't all that metal get really
some people
cold?
some people, huh?
Wouldn't all the metal get really cold?
You just gotta wear long johns underneath. Some people get excited when it gets chilly because it's sweater weather. For me, it's trip pants season. Uh,
Look at all those pockets. You could like keep all sorts of things in
Girls
there.
get so excited when they're like, "Oh, this dress has pockets. Ah, this dress has pockets. Oh, I love it." Well, guess what, losers? I've been wearing more. I wore more pockets in high school than you'll wear in your entire life. More zippers, chains, straps, buttons. Hmm. I have been meaning to go. I have been meaning to go and buy clothes. I have not bought clothes in a long time. I
Same.
have lots. Yeah, like
I need
most
to
of.
like redo my wardrobe. I got rid
I
of a
need to
lot of
read.
old like pre-transition genderless but nevertheless lame t-shirts that are just black or whatever. I need some real shit.
I have a lot of. I have a lot of clothes from before my transition, by which I mean my transition from fit Ben to fat Ben. So now I have. Well, I have a bunch of like things that don't fit me, but also I'm losing weight again because I'm working out again, and I've but also just kind of the stuff from before just I sort of don't want. Like I don't have anything that's like really good and I'm like excited to wear it again. So like fuck it. I should just get some new shit. But maybe I should wait until I lose a little more weight because I'm pretty well on track with that. And like what would be the point of buying, you know, fat pants at the moment when like if they'll be too big for me in like a couple
well, that's
months?
why you get trip pants because they got like they got belts so you can adjust.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
You can tighten it with the belts halfway down if you want to show off your knees, the shape of your knee or something.
but every I don't know, every time I go it's been a while since I've like gone clothes shopping and it's been even longer since I've gone clothes shopping and found anything that I like. Usually I'll go someplace and I'll be, I'm gonna look for something like, yeah, I'm gonna look for something that's cool and that is like my vibe and that like makes a statement, right? And then that sounds like such an easy thing, but then like it's so hard to actually find something like that. I feel like to find shit like that, you have to be like making an active effort. You have to be like going out and like clothes shopping like regularly. And once in a while you will come across something that is like, this is just what I'm looking for. This is something
Yeah,
that I'm like excited to wear and that I think is gonna like, bring my ensemble together. That's not something you can just casually stumble upon, which is sad and demotivating. Because like, damn, what if I just go out to the garment district or whatever and I look around and like there's just nothing good there? Because usually there's just nothing good. It's like, what was the point? Why did I even leave my house? Why did I even get out of bed this morning? Nobody knows. No one can answer that.
you
There's
could
no answer.
learn to build your own clothing out of scraps.
That's a whole other fucking can of worms right there. and even harder. Let me complain. I'm gonna complain about something.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants free money. I have been preaching the word about free money for months now, and nobody cares. Nobody listens because I'm offering
the card churning.
It's card churning. Yeah, I I asked on Twitter the other day. It was a bit I felt a bit stupid asking, but I couldn't think of a good reason not to ask. So I made a tweet about like, does anyone want, since I've been talking about credit cards, does anyone want to sign up for a good one? I have a bunch of good ones that I recommend. And if you sign up for one with my referral code, they will give me a bonus. So you, the sign upper, will get, cashback offers and, the what's the word? Yeah, the sign up bonus. For instance, like $200 bonus cash when you spend $500 with the card. For instance, that's one of the good sign up bonuses. So it's good for you, and also they'll give me like $100 if I sign you up. And so I don't know. I would really. I can make up to like $500 if I find 5 people who would sign up for such a thing. And I think that there are probably people who don't use credit cards who should be using them. I genuinely feel like I would be doing people a service if I got them to sign up for many people, not everyone, most people, if I got them one of these cards. And so I don't feel like I'm like trying to scam anyone. I feel like it's a mutually benefit. But nobody bit. Nobody wants free money.
Maybe they assumed that to do it they'd have to start churning as well.
You can just churn one card. Churning is when you get one card after another, and you get all the sign up bonuses. Churning one card is just getting a card. I don't know. I feel like I can't be the only one who made it into their 30s without ever reaping the benefits of credit. And I feel like there's definitely people who probably should have it. But it's okay, they're shy. It's okay, they're a little gun shy. That's okay. You know what, listener? The girl listening right now, that's okay. Take your time. Come to me when you're ready. We can ease you into it. No pressure. No pressure.
I assume it's like American only. I couldn't.
Probably. I think so. I'm gonna say probably. I don't know. Michelle asked me for a recommendation. I gave her a link. She has not used it yet. Once again, Michelle walks right up to the brink of wisdom and then spurns it and turns away at the last minute. Just like when I gave her a copy of Conquest of Bread 2 Christmases ago and she never read it. Spit in my fucking eye, why don't you? And now I give her this referral bonus for the Capital One Saver one, a beautiful card. And she says, I'll get around to. She asked me, motherfucker. She came to me and asked me for it, and she didn't even do it. No respect, I tell you.
Speaking of all that, I think that PayPal credit has no benefit at all that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I looked it up, and I believe that it does not like report to like credit bureaus. I don't think you can build a credit history with PayPal credit.
Doesn't seem to be any sort of number associated. It's just like if you need to pay for something, you don't have all the funds in your account right now.
Yeah,
you can do it.
Yeah,
and it's like okay, whatever.
Which is the most basic function of a credit card is that it does that. But also credit cards have other benefits aside from that, which PayPal does not.
Yes, I should get something. Yeah. I need to. I was looking at like British YouTubers with their British credit card information, and I'm like, okay, but you're so boring, and I just want it to be for dummies, please.
I put on some like finance credit guy, some YouTuber the other day. I didn't watch him for a long time, but I watched like 1 or 2 of his videos, and I was a bit disappointed because he didn't really tell me anything that I didn't already know. So I was like, okay, I think I get the picture. But I was curious, like if there is anything else that I could be knowing right now, that would be. I did learn actually that this is not helpful information, but I did learn that there are certain cards that you cannot sign up for. That like, if you have like $1 million in a bank, the bank will contact you and be like, "Hey, do you want to sign up for our like super ultra fucking premium, like gold star platinum card?" And then you say yes, and then it gives you better benefits than any card you can just get as like a normal human.
The rich get richer, huh?
I mean, yeah, basically.
We'll give you a free horse every year.
The guy said that guy. It was actually there was an interesting thing he said. He said like, for many cards, like for a bunch of the cards that I have, like you need a good score. You need a good credit score, but you don't need to have like an amazing credit score. There's no card that like demands that you have like an 850 plus, credit score. Like most cards that are choosy, like they just want you to be above like 6 something, right? Maybe 700.
Yeah,
they want a pretty good score, but there's none that are like. The really exclusive ones do not exclude based on, like, do you have perfect credit score? They exclude based on, like, how much money do you have? Like, are you rich, basically?
Yeah, I mean, the point of a credit is, in theory, like, to just make sure that the person you're buying something from, or whatever, selling something to you, has some understanding that you can get the money to them.
Yeah. Basically.
And if you're at all capable, then most people will be like, okay, you're a normal person, yes.
Did you see that guy on Twitter? Some fucking NFT loser made a whole thread about how like job hiring could be done on the blockchain.
Yeah, I have no idea what he meant. He just assumes that like the blockchain would allow people to get hired instantly somehow.
It's a half-baked idea. The idea is that like the blockchain is a permanent record of transactions. Therefore, your entire like life history and financial history should be recorded on the blockchain. Therefore, like interviews would be unnecessary, and like the hiring company could just check the blockchain and instantly know whether you were hireable or not. And I mean, his idea is that it like saves on like time and energy and effort. But like, at the cost of there being an indelible record of a person's life that may or may not be accurate and can never be changed ever.
Yeah.
So
they didn't quite grasp the idea that like that would be very bad for certain people.
Someone was like, that meme of like the soy face is like angry at the one thing, but then like he's soy facing at the other thing that's the same but slightly different.
Oh yeah.
I saw one that was like social credit system. Social credit system on the blockchain. Wow.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally. Just put it on the blockchain. That's the answer to everything.
I like social credit because I assume I would be at the top of the food chain in that one.
Yeah.
There's no way it could go wrong for me.
If we did have a dystopian social credit on the blockchain system, I would simply have a clean record and not have any problems with it. I would simply not encounter any difficulties. Yeah. Sick society. What we're talking about? Fuck, I've completely lost track.
You wanted to complain about not.
Oh yeah, nobody wants my free money. I'm out here. I'm literally peddling free money. Some people probably couldn't take me up on the offer. Some people probably don't have credit scores that are good enough, which is a shame. But if you've got like a decent credit score, and you don't have a credit card, but you've been considering getting one, and you want my recommendation. And you want to give one of my referral links a try, I can hit me up in the DMs. I can help us both out. I'm winking into the microphone, if you can hear that. If you can hear my eyelids, my eyelashes brushing against the against the microphone. I know it's pretty gauche. It's pretty gauche. It's pretty gauche to be peddling like credit card referral links on your podcast and on your Twitter. But you know what? I just don't care anymore. It's no more gauche than being. At least I'm not an NFT bro, right? Sure, I might. That's what I'll do. I'll be like
At least
committing.
I'll be like committing.
I'll be like committing high treason, committing mass murder. I'm like, at least I'm not an NFT bro, right? Accidentally like drop my phone in the toilet before I shit, and like accidentally upload a video of my asshole just shitting into the toilet. And I look at my timeline blowing up as people go, lol, cringe, and I go, at least I'm not an NFT bro. At least I don't have a lazy lion for my PFP.
There's a video going around, like people saying lol cringe to like a scat video accidentally uploaded by Ben Singh.
It goes viral, it makes the rounds, it ends up they talk about it on
lol cringe.
No, they would just say lol. They just go lol. Great. Can you believe this guy? What a nerd! They would say. That's what I would do in that
what
situation.
A dork.
What a dork. Let's look at this guy. Pause as they consider the asshole, the feces emerging from the asshole. Dang, man. Boy, would my face be red.
Fucking reaction video circuit. People putting
Keemstar comments on asshole gate. Like I said, I've been
thinking of like the situation that would lead to that. Like you're live streaming on your phone, and then you say, "Hang on, I'm gonna go take a shit." You drop your phone that you know you're live streaming with drop
your phone in the toilet,
but then continue to shit anyway.
Don't notice that I dropped and just keep shitting onto the phone camera, which continues to operate while it's in the toilet bowl underwater. You know, it could happen.
Oh yeah, totally plausible.
Why not? Right. I was gonna say, sorry. I've lost a little bit of weight in the last couple weeks. I went to the doctor the other day. I had a checkup. They didn't do anything. I thought they were gonna like have to like test my blood or something, test my cholesterol. No, they didn't do it. They were like, "Nah, you're not old enough for that." I was like, "Okay." They gave me they weighed me, right? And I have lost a few pounds in the last couple weeks. I've lost like 10 pounds, which is pretty good. That's a decent rate. Considering when I started working out again and stuff. I was hoping to be down to like 175 by Christmas. I don't know if I'm gonna hit that goal, but I probably won't be too far off.
Christmas is the season to be getting fat again. That's just usually what happens.
Yeah, but like whatever. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. If I eat a bunch at Christmas, gain a few pounds, whatever, it'll be less than I've lost on the way there.
It's insulation from the cold.
It'll all just go to my gains anyway. You know, as long as I'm lifting, it doesn't matter that much, because even if I overeat one day or another, like it just goes to your gains. It just goes to fuel your muscle growth and turn you into a metabolic furnace. My deadlift has been skyrocketing, but yesterday I'm hitting a wall with it. I think I finally experienced ooh, this deadlift doesn't feel that good. Ooh, my form is not great. Ooh, I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should not have attempted to complete that. It was 285. 285 is the wall. I will maybe have to slow down on it. I've been going up 10 pounds per like lift, like every time I deadlift, but I have to slow down. I was hoping I would hit 300, but I'm not quite there, and my form's breaking down, so I gotta cool it. Talking about how much I lift is probably about as interesting as talking about what Bitcoin is worth right now.
I don't know how to react to it. Like, oh, cool, nice
Weights. Number, bro. Yeah,
dude. Newtons.
Newtons. Force pound mass times acceleration of gravity divided by something area. No,
You just gotta go to Jupiter and then lift a small amount, and then it'll be a lot easier to gain. Because the gravity's
DBZ,
more.
that's this DBZ method.
Yeah.
You gotta go to the moon, and then you can lift 6 times as much, and you go, I deadlifted 1,800 pounds on the moon. Wait, no, it wouldn't be pounds, because pounds is a measure of force. Pounds is weight, it's not mass. But so you could say I deadlifted, like 2,000 kilograms on the moon, and then that would be accurate and sound like a lot. So,
yes. But then if you stayed on the moon for too long, you'd become like
jelly.
Your muscles will get too used to lifting yourself, which weighs less.
I bet
your bones would become brittler and you'd elongate.
I bet did the astronauts do like resistance training in space? They must, right? Because I've heard
space
that
stations. I'm sure they do something to keep
they must do some kind of exercise to prevent like muscle atrophy from like the low gravity, right? Because I have heard that like if you're in space, your muscles like atrophy because like you don't use them. So they must do some kind of resistance training.
They do like Naruto fights with each other.
I mean, yeah, but that's cardio. That's cardio. That doesn't count.
They try to do like the Samus morph ball. They're all just nerds up there.
They do the Samus morph ball. Wait, why? Why do they do the Samus morph ball?
Well, it really, really stretches your back muscles.
I mean,
which is
actually
it's a way to do something.
Okay, you know how when you like spin something, maybe you spin something that's like long, but then you like contract it and it spins faster. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Centrifugal or something. I vaguely understand. Yes.
Like it's concentration of angular momentum. It's like if you like that playground thing, the thing on the playground where it's like a wheel, but it's like a flat like wheel on the and there's handlebars to hold, and you run around it and you get it spinning, and then you jump onto it, and then you move to the middle of it, and it moves like much faster.
No, it moves much slower in the middle.
No, that's not true. If you get on it, if you get it spinning while you're standing at the outside of it, and then you move to the middle of it, it'll spin faster.
Oh, if you move, it'll spin. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, if you move, if it's spinning and you're standing, if you're on it on the outside, and then you move to the middle of it, it'll spin faster.
Yes, because if you're trying to grab and walk towards the middle, you'll slip off if you don't increase the strength by which you grip the handlebars, because it'll speed up as you're doing that.
There's also there's the things you can like. They're a little thing that sits on the ground, and it's like a little like disc that you sit on, and then there's a little like handle of a wheel that you hold and you twist, kind of like the thing at the middle of like the teacups ride at like Disney World. And do you know this thing? It's a little thing that you sit on, and you hold the handle and you twist it, and the disc that you're sitting on will spin, and so you can make yourself spin while you're on this disc, and you do that with like your hands and your legs out, like you spread them out, and then you get yourself spinning, and then once you're spinning, you pull your arms and your legs in, and then you spin like way faster. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I understand now.
Okay, hold on. Sit. Is it just called the sit and spin? Is that what the
I
thing?
don't know what it's called.
It's called the sit and spin.
The shit and spin.
The shit and spin. I guess I might as well post a picture in case. Oh my god! Please fucking load.
Oh wait, I don't know what this is. This is like a tiny baby toy.
Yes, it is. It is a tiny baby toy. Here, I'll post a picture in the.
So if you put a baby on that and they spin really fast, aren't they just gonna be flung off and hit their head?
I don't. Well, no, you put your legs around the like middle thing, so like you're like in the middle of it. You're not on the edge of it. You sit on it. And And I mean, a baby wouldn't have the fucking hand-eye coordination to like actually make it work. But yeah, you sit on one of these and you spin, and then you pull your arms and legs in, and due to conservation of angular momentum, you spin way faster while you're when they're contracted in than when they're extended out. Why the fuck did I start talking about this? What were we talking about that made me start talking?
Well,
what were we talking?
We were talking about people in the space station trying to maintain muscle strength.
The morph ball. That's what I'm saying. So if you were an astronaut and you were in the space and you are floating in a room, and you get by some means, by pushing off the walls or whatever, you get yourself spinning,
with
rotating
your arms and
forward,
legs extended, and then
no. Specifically think about this. You're rotating forward, right? Like you're going like head going forward and down, legs going backward and up, right? And you're fully and then you crunch and you curl yourself into a ball, right? You curl yourself into a morph ball. You would suddenly start you would start fucking screw attacking, right?
Yeah.
You would because your angular momentum would increase so much. Well, it would stay constant, but your speed would increase to conserve angular momentum. And then you would be a little fucking screw attack morph ball. Oh my god! Samus is real! It really works. It really works. If you think about it. God, I wonder now that I'm thinking about it, like I almost wonder if like they had that in mind when they came up with that idea for like the screw attack. It's like, yeah, if she pushed off, if she gave herself a bit of rotation and then she curled herself up in a ball, her angular momentum would stay constant and she would spin really fast. I wonder.
I mean, potentially. I think also it's just the fact that if you're like doing trampoline jumps, curling up in a ball makes you spin around faster, and that's just sort of common knowledge. You see people jumping and spinning like that.
I guess it's the same. It's the same principle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curious. Fascinating. This is what my physics degree lets me do. Lets me think about Samus's screw attack is actually scientifically accurate, and here's my 25-minute long YouTube video explaining why. That video would probably do pretty well on YouTube, right?
Yeah. It'll be like, oh wow, video game.
Hold on. Samus screw attack physics.
It feels like the sort of subject matter that a game theory would be about, like
yes.
years ago.
Yes.
Like a classic game theory, before they were almost entirely about why a scary game has lore that makes sense.
I'm on the Wikitroid. I'm on the Metroid wiki on the screw attack page, and I've Control F'd momentum and no results. So apparently no one has ever thought about this before.
We're Mythbusters, and we're gonna see if Morph Ball could really work.
Answer yes. It's real. Answer yes. No, I'm the first one. I'm the originator.
I wonder if... Hang on. Morph Ball cosplay. Has somebody done a Morph Ball and rolled around?
I don't know. You find anything?
Well, I can see a ball.
Okay, I see people walking around with a morph ball.
I see somebody getting into it,
but not as a morph ball.
I think that maybe they just have a ball with them.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. I found this. This is good. Posting that right there. That's a winner. This one. No. What is going on here? Now, why would Samus be with a morph ball? Samus should be in the morph ball. That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
It's Samus's twin sister, Samus.
She took the suit off and hit the like auto morph ball button, for easy storage.
Yeah.
Is that ball just like placed into the?
It's
the
Photoshop.
photo?
If you look in the background, there's an orb, like a concrete orb in the back, so it's probably just that. They've
I
photoshopped it over.
Okay. Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, it is a bit weird that there's another orb in the scene. I feel like they didn't need to like sample the orb.
Well,
right?
I think they did it for the shadow on the ground.
But look, there's like some shit in front of the orb though. They would have had to like photo edit the I don't know. I feel like that's like
Wait, what?
more
What do you mean?
more effort than it's. Well, look, the orb in the back. There's like shit on the ground.
Yeah, that's because it's really there. It's a concrete orb in the space.
I'm saying that would make it really needlessly hard to like sample that orb.
No, they didn't sample that orb. There's the orb that the morph ball is.
Oh, there's just a separate orb. Oh,
they're at a
God,
water
you're
feature
right.
that has orbs around it for some reason.
Is this okay? Is this Baltimore? Is this the Baltimore Convention Center?
You know those trees and that thing in the back. It looks a little.
It looks familiar. A lot like that fountain area by fucking BronyCon. I don't. It could be.
Were there orbs there? Water truck.
Ice cold water. That guy didn't have a truck.
Not a truck, but like a little cart.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just somebody's pushing a pram that has cartoons on the side. I don't know what the hell that is. Like a.
Hold on. I gotta check Google Maps. I gotta check Google Maps and see if there are orbs.
Oh, we got a GeoGuess for this. we got a geodetective find this location. Have you seen any of those videos by the straight line mission man?
You. I've heard about them, and I think you've talked about them.
Yeah,
but I haven't really.
He has like pictures from his Patreon of people who have taken a picture or just sent him a picture of them in a place, and he uses like GeoGuessr knowledge and Google Maps to triangulate and like find exactly where they are as a challenge. So like if you take any given picture, you could probably do it if you have the wits to like notice, this is probably this kind of a country or that kind of a something or other.
Hey, what was the name of the place that BronyCon was at? Was it just called the Baltimore Convention Center?
I think so.
Well, like I'm Google mapping Baltimore Convention Center, and it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like the same place.
Was there the Gaylord Hotel nearby? Like connected to it?
Was there? Well, there was the horse. There was the Horseshoe Inn, right?
That was a little. No, yeah, that was somewhere. I don't know where it was in relation to the convention center.
Well, we would pass it on the drive. BronyCon, Baltimore location. This is not interesting. the Baltimore Convention. It doesn't look like. I must be looking at like the wrong side of the building or something, because like this doesn't look like I remember it. Maybe I'm thinking of like the harbor area. Maybe I'm thinking of like when we were hanging out or like around the port. Oh, whatever.
I'm just gonna Google BronyCon.
I just want to see the fountain area. Okay. This is the area. I'm looking at this area of the map right here, and this is where. Okay. Yeah, this is where I sampled this image for the scene of Slime and Punishment, in which they activate the device, the trans-dimensional timeline device for the pseudo finale S revert. This is the scene that I photo bashed into that whole kerfuffle. I literally just want to find the fountains and see the orbs. I just want to see if there's orbs there. I'm going to scream. I'm going to fucking scream because Google is simply not. Just show me just function as intended. I do this all the time, and now when I need to do it, Now when I'm trying to do it in the timely fashion, it's totally impossible. Okay, whatever. I don't care about this. I don't care anymore. Unless you do, in which case I also do.
I'm still looking. Wait, so I'm at the Baltimore Convention Center on Google Maps. I see the
you remember the fountain area, the fountain area.
I don't really remember the fountain area. Was it near the front, or was it just?
Yeah, we hung out. Yeah, it was out front and to the right of the main convention area. There was the funny little cave tunnel you could sort of walk under that had like little waterfalls inside.
Oh, the cave tunnel. I do remember that. Where was that? That was like sort of down the road a bit.
A little bit.
I don't know which direction this would be in. Hilton. Oh yeah, there's the Hilton that it was connected to. With the walkway.
Sheraton Inner Harbor. You couldn't see the harbor.
There's the harbor. Yes. Was it?
Yeah, I mean it was near the harbor. It wasn't on the harbor. I'm trying to switch to
I'm remembering like the time when it was like dark after the convention.
Okay, I'm switching.
Of RCK people sitting on the harbor.
I'm switching to photo. I'm switching to photo view instead of map view. All right, I'm looking around the convention center, and I guess there's a baseball diamond like right near it. I don't even remember that. Okay, I remember the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
Hello?
We would walk by that all the time.
Oh,
and then
very well.
Oh, the Kona Grill. Okay, we would walk past the Kona Grill, so it must have been down in the easterly direction. Oh, there it is. Yes. It's McKeldin Square and McKeldin Plaza. I believe this is the region I'm looking for. Okay. Now we gotta find these orbs.
Am I back?
Yeah, did you leave?
I disconnected for a second. Okay, what am I looking at?
This is... Alright. Yeah, there's the PNC Bank. Yeah, this is familiar. I remember this street. But then... like, there's supposed to be... I feel like I'm looking at the exact place, but there's no fountain.
How old is this? Mitch captured November 2020. So yeah, it's not probably not.
Yeah, it can't be that old.
Well,
like hold on, like I'm gonna show you this street view. And tell me if you're having the same sensation as me. I feel like this is the corner where it was. And there was a fountain. Like maybe that like concrete thing over on the left was part of it? Was it like in from the Wait a minute.
I remember it was like there was a wall of water, and you went down steps to see it. Maybe it's hiding somewhere.
Yeah. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm losing my fucking mind over here. Was it past?
Looks like we gotta go back to BronyCon to find out.
Looks like we gotta go back. Here we go again. The real last BronyCon this time. Alright, I'm going insane. I feel like I found it and it wasn't there. This is like some Mandela effect. I swear there was like a cave and a waterfall, and like a magical fairy gave me a magic sword while I was down there. It wasn't just a dream, Mom. Okay. Well, that was stupid.
If you could find it, give us a comment about that.
Comment in the description saying like, where is this fucking fountain? Where
We're
is
probably
this?
Just looking in the wrong direction.
Where are these fucking orbs? Where are the orbs?
Find the orbs.
We're on an orb hunt. This is an orb hunt. If you can find the orb, send us a voicemail and we will voice grail you.
Telling us you did it, but don't tell us how.
Unless multiple people do it, and then we won't voice grail you all. That would be stupid. Okay. I just found something. There is something in McKeldin Square that is called McKeldin Fountain. But it's like Street View is like, it's like too far out from the square that like it's hard for me to actually see it from the street. So like that's gotta be it. That's gotta be the thing we're thinking of. It's just you just can't see it with Street View because like they didn't take pictures inside of the square. Or wait, no, did they? There are some. It looks like there are spots. It seems to suggest to me that there are spots inside of the square that you can drop your little Street View man into. Oh wow, they took like a drone shot. What the fuck? Wow, I wish I had this drone shot for Slime and Punishment. Look at this. This looks great. I would have used the shit out of this. It's surely the thing we're talking about. You just can't see it at all in this fucking in this app. But oh well. I feel like mystery solved. No orbs though. The question of the orbs remains unanswered. Okay. So what else?
Well,
I've been working on. Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really got much to talk about because this past week I have. Oh, excuse me. I have been working tirelessly, and I say I, but like there's a secret project that I talked about a while ago, and I've been working on it, and it is going well. And if you want to know more,
I know what it is.
Ben knows what it is. If you want to know more about it, I do reveal what I'm talking about in my latest Money Spenders podcast over on patreon.com/giveandtake.
Well, now I don't feel special for knowing anymore.
No,
but that's okay because I am a Money Spenders patron.
You are a money spender.
Yeah, I am a money spender.
Although
I haven't listened to
it
in a while. I should go catch up.
Yeah, they're all the secrets, all of the things I want.
This one I definitely want to listen to.
So yes, it's unfortunate for PCP because I don't have anything to talk about yet because I want to keep it a little under wraps until I'm ready to be like, hey everybody, this is what I've been doing this whole time.
My project is not a secret. It's Phantom's Revenge, but I was working on it yesterday, and I was posting in my patron Discord server. My server is public, but my patron channel is private for patrons only, and I share updates on what I'm working on for the game in that channel. And I was posting some this week. I've been working on room like background art, like the final version of like every room in the game, because you go through a series of rooms and like they're each different. And I've been making the background art, and I took a break from that to draw some character portraits for like the talk sprites that I'm gonna need for the final cutscene. And I drew them, and they were so good. I loved them so much that I went and I posted in the Patron Secret Project Discord. I said, "Hey guys, I want you all to know that I drew some portraits today, but I can't show you because they're too good, and I have to save them. I don't want to rob you of the experience of seeing them in their correct context for the first time, so I won't be showing you Get Fucked. You're welcome. That was just yesterday. It was very exciting. Yeah, I'll have to go check out that. I mean, I already know what the project is, but I do want to hear you talk more about it in the Money Spenders. So I'll probably go listen to that because I don't know that much about it. You've showed me a little bit of it.
Yeah, I don't know if I go into like a lot of depth with regards to the process or what I'm currently like exactly working on. It's more of like an announcement and like a vague plan of action for that release.
Okay.
I should go into it more.
I do want to know.
Do another
at some point. I do. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to know. Yeah, like what I want to know about, like the without
deets.
Revealing anything. I say, yeah, the details, the nitty gritty of it, because I don't understand. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't. I don't know. I'm curious. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty cool. Does that like? Didn't you say that it's getting kind of close to being done?
Yes, I started it this year, and I wanted it to be finished by the end of the year. So I'm really, working hard to make it reality. Then I will announce it, and it'll be good. I don't know how to like not spoil. But also mention things about it in a vague fashion that would make people interested to go to to patreon.com/giveandtake to find out.
Mm-hmm. That is the goal. Speaking of Patreon, I want to our Patreon, the PC Patreon, has continued to increase since the latest drama bomb.
I guess that was good.
What do you mean, you guess?
Well, it's like drama bucks. Are they really gonna stay for really any time at all? I don't know.
But can I actually? Drama bucks. Can I actually pay for things with them though? Like, won't they turn me away at the store and say, "No, you can't pay for"?
No,
this is drama money.
Fine.
It doesn't matter. Ew.
I mean, like the staying power of it is probably not very. It's probably gonna dip back down unless there's more drama. But I don't want to do more drama if I can avoid it.
Well, it might. It might a bit. I mean, we'll see.
It's nice to see it go up. That's for sure.
There was actually a bit. This isn't like full on drama, but there was. People were telling me after the last one that in the follow up episode of Who Are These Podcasts, they read out a bunch of like comments from the subreddit, many of which were very like Trixie sucks, don't have her back on, and they got one voicemail about it, and I thought that maybe I could play that voicemail that they received just in its entirety. What do you think? Do you want to hear it?
I have heard it, but yeah.
You listened to it.
I think it was something like the one I think you're talking about is the guy who says, if you have Trixie back on the Who Are These Podcasts, then I'll unpatron Who Are These Podcasts and patron the guys she hated. She's making fun of.
Yes.
Instead.
He does say that. Here, I'm just gonna post it. It's only like a minute long. I'm doing it. Here we go. Is it a minute? It might be like a minute and a half. It is. Yeah, it's a minute and a half. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, last voicemail.
My former co-host didn't retweet mean tweets from me. These same people that unpay me on Instagram. Okay, sorry. That is true, but did you left out the funniest part? Which is that those people was just one guy that was giving him $1 a month, and he was going to unpledge anyway, so he took his former co-host, Ben Saint, up in his offer. So Ben paid him $2 to unpledge $1 a month on Patreon. Like, if you're going to, like, screw out that hard for $1 a month, just make something, give people something that they'll want to pay $1 a month for. Like, I pledged five a month to WATC on Patreon because bonus episodes are great. If the lady from the Vanished or Stuttering John or someone would want to give me $6 to stop giving Carl $5 a month, I'd say no because he's giving me something worthwhile. I'd rather give him $5 for what I get and then get $6 and stop paying him.
All right, I think we get the point.
Yeah.
It took a while to get there, but very good point. When Trixie brought that up, they were going to pay people who are subscribed to their show to unsubscribe. It's like, people won't do that if they enjoy subscribing to that.
Right.
If they enjoy the content.
Yeah.
I'll give you $20 to stop getting Netflix. Like, well, no, I'm in the middle of Squid Game still. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was different from the one I had heard. It's pretty funny.
Oh, okay. Weird. I thought it was the same one, but I guess there was another one that that I missed. This is the one. There's nothing. I don't know. There's something that particularly rankles me. There's a certain kind of yighead or tricksy defender or just loser in general on the internet who will get really offended about the like pay someone to unpledge thing, like it's crossing some kind of boundary, like it's like, oh, you can say what you want, but you should never affect someone's money in any way. If you should never like do anything that affects a person like materially, that's like too fucking far, and it's very cringe. It's very stupid. You'd have to be a complete moron to think that. Like it's like, oh, if someone is getting money, they always deserve it, right? They must deserve it no matter what. And if you say, hey, this person doesn't deserve, literal, it's literally the same. It's literally the same as if like a guy is like running a scam. The guy is just scamming people, and you go, hey, don't pay this guy. This guy's a scammer. And someone goes, you can't. That's his income. That's his livelihood. You can't. How could you do that to him? Because it's literally the same. Because Trixie like promises a product. She promises that the Patreon that she runs supports her anime content. It doesn't. It all goes to weed. She spends it all on weed. She doesn't need the Patreon income anyway, because she just like lives for free in her boyfriend's house. But whatever. She's just a moocher. She doesn't need the money for anything. The money just goes to weed, which makes her content even worse, actually. Just makes her worse at what she's supposed to be doing. So there's literally no reason to support her. And I would never ever feel bad for this, even if it worked. Even if my scheme to pay people to unpatron worked, which it didn't. It was $1. But even if it worked, I would do it and I wouldn't feel bad. If I could drop $1,000 right now just to make her Patreon go to zero, I would do it, just out of spite. And I would feel good about it. I would think it was the morally right thing to do. And I would be correct in that.
Yeah, it's hard to, because like, hypothetically, if people are willing to not pledge to Trixie anymore, it's because they understand that
it's because they don't value. It's because they don't value the thing that they're supposedly pledging for enough.
It's not like you're paying them, and that's somehow coercing them to do something that they didn't want to do aney. Like it's
the free market.
Impossible.
It's the free fucking market, baby. Libertarian for life. Yeah, it's crybaby bullshit. It's crybaby bullshit to cry about it and say like, oh, that's too far. You're not allowed to do it. And it's even crybaby or bullshit to say it about someone else.
Yeah, I think people are just scared of you, Ben. You're just too dangerous. You're too powerful in their eyes.
I am too. There was that one moron on Twitter the other day. That one moron on Twitter was like, yeah, they were like, it makes me scared. It makes me scared that Ben's allowed to do this. Oh, good. It's like, yeah, this is cancel culture. Ben, you're canceling someone. What if someone wants to cancel me? It's like, well, then you'll be fucking canceled. Then the market will cancel you. I'm sorry. This is the invisible hand will smite you. I am the invisible hand of the free market. Wait, that guy said something else. That guy said, oh, really funny. That guy said like, he made a bunch of like reply tweets to me, and one of them he was like, I just don't think Ben is actually doing this out of like genuine concern for Trixie. I think Ben's doing this just out of spite. No fucking shit, my dude. No way. Are you serious? Are you really?
Like, what would the difference be if it was spite or not?
And then final note about that guy, because I really fucking hate that guy. That guy's a huge loser. The final thing, that guy finally was like block. That guy finally, he made one final tweet. He was like, well, okay, Ben, well, guess what? I'm gonna go patron Trixie now just to spite you. Block. And then he blocked me. And then I checked a little later to see if Trixie's Patreon had gone up by one person. It didn't. The guy's a fucking liar. I hope you're listening right now, you fucking loser. Eat shit. What a fucking bitch. What a pussy. Do it, pussy. He won't. I'm really mad about that guy. Can you tell?
Yes.
That guy ruined my fucking day.
I saw him, and it was very much like, I don't know.
I thought it had completely
like status
burned.
Quo. Like there's a status quo in the Trixie is getting money, and you're trying to change that.
Yeah, you're trying to change the status quo, dude. You're trying to affect something in the real world, and that offends me. Wait, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I thought I had burned away like every person who might still be following me, who might like get offended on Trixie's behalf. I thought they were all gone, but this guy had somehow managed to escape the purge and survive this long. Good riddance, I say. Anyway, I thought that was funny and infuriating. What else? The portraits. I'll say this. The portraits that I was drawing for Phantom's Revenge that I was so happy with that I wouldn't show anyone were I won't say exactly what they were of, but they were of someone screaming. And I realized as I was drawing this, I was like, I'm drawing this character screaming, and I'm like making the face myself, like I'm like grimacing and like breathe, and I'm going like, Ugh! I'm like making.
I mean, does that
do you do that? I think a lot of people do.
I don't know.
It felt great. I loved it. I loved it so much. I had such a good time. Just like I was like not screaming, but grunting, like you're making rage sounds.
Yeah,
like
it's like even when I'm like writing dialogue or something, or I'm thinking about how they would say it or what their expression would be, I realize that I'm doing the expression in my head. I'm like,
yeah.
Like a flowerhead says this, and he's got like, I'm like, oh wait, I'm doing it. I'm doing the flowerhead face.
Yeah. But it felt great. It was it was exhilarating. I was just like, what is like the angriest that I could possibly be? Well, let me just try and conjure that in my soul right now, and then translate it onto the digital page, and that's what I did, and it was beautiful. Can't wait for fucking finish the game. I think I'm really cranking it out. I feel I rue every minute that I spent on like funny little graphical flourishes. I don't know. It's hard. Some of them I really like. I sort of regret them. I feel like, honestly, the reflections in the floor are nice and all. I don't feel like it was worth the time that I spent making the floor reflective. It was a big... The blood effects... The blood effects are good. The blood effects look good, and I think they were a worthwhile inclusion. And I spent a few days on them, but like, I think they were worth it. The reflection in the floor was harder. And it continues to be a thing that eats up development time. It continues to be something that like I keep finding new like ways in which it fucks up and having to fix it, and it continues to be a drain on me, and I find myself being like, I wish I had just not added this feature. It's nice and all, but it's really not. The game would have been fine without it. It doesn't add enough to justify all of the work that I put into it. Oh well. I really should have focused on just delivering the minimum viable product, just making the game just as good as it needs to be the complete product as envisioned. It didn't need floor reflections to be that. It was, but it's got them.
I mean, they look pretty slick.
They look pretty slick. I don't really care about the game looking slick. Well, I mean, I sort of do a little bit. I'm too. I guess. I just wish it was. I just want it to be done. I feel like getting it done should be the priority, and I feel like adding something like that is counter to the real goal, which is just to get it
you gotta be careful about
finished. Feature creep. Yeah, that was a.
Do you have like a list of like things that need to functionally work for it to be considered playable?
Do I have that?
Because like if you have a list of things and if you notice you're like, oh, I could add this, then you add it to the list, and then if the list is growing, then you realize you're never going to get it done if it just keeps growing. You got to strike things off the list.
Yeah, I do have a list. Sometimes I will just think of something and be like, what if I did that? And then I will kind of, if it's an interesting idea, and I think, floor reflections was one of these things, I will fuck around with it a little bit. And then if I like the results I'm getting from the fucking around, I'll be like, okay, sure, I'll go with it. And floor reflections was like, I added a simple version of it initially, and I thought, yeah, that's good. And then I kept working on other stuff, and then I was like, I think I could make the floor reflections look a little bit slicker. And then I fell a bit down a rabbit hole of like trying to make them look as slick as possible. And I eventually did figure out like, hey, that's pretty good. Hey, I'm pretty happy with that. So I did it in pieces. I didn't do the whole thing at once. First I added the simple version, then I like went back and refined it more, and then I went back and refined it more. And it's just something that like I have a list, but if I think of something that is interesting, I'll divert from the list and fuck around with something else, and then if it turns out that I like it, it gets de facto added to the list. I had a big list of things. It's like, I gotta add this, I gotta add this. I don't really have any like features that I need to add anymore. I do have a spreadsheet, not a spreadsheet. I have a text file that just lists like bugs that I have found and like things that I need to make. Like I need a couple more sprites for this or that. I need and then lists of like, if I do this, the game crashes. Like if I do this, like the sprite disappears. Like if I do this, the character the sprite draws in the wrong place or something, and I'll have to go down through that list at the end and be like, make sure that like, okay, this is fixed, this is fixed, this is fixed. I have it open right now. Yeah, but all the features are in. All the things the features the game needs are in. It's just the content that needs specifically the enemies all work. I think all the main enemies function as intended. I have one or two that I want to make a few small tweaks to, change their sprites around a little bit, and then I have the boss basically is like the thing the thing I was drawing the portraits for. That's not really like adding features. That's just like I sort of have to build a scene in the game, a cutscene basically that is like has dialogue and it has sprites moving around and it has some custom responses for certain commands that only happen in that particular scenario. There's a lot to do, and I think if I could go back, I would trade in the time that I spent on something like Floor Reflections just to have more done of like the essential things that the game needs to have to be done. Because like I started mine at the end of last year, and I really would like to have it done by the end of this year to say like, yeah, I worked on it for a year. I don't want it to go on more than that. I didn't want it to go on for a year in the first place, but it did. Yeah. I think it was December 19th that I started working on it last year. I think that was the day.
How much of what you've done has been like you learning how to use the program and then doing it?
Not really learning how to use the program. The program is easy.
Well, I mean, like,
And I understood
techniques and like
Yeah.
how do I make floor reflections? How do I make blood splatters? Like, you didn't know what to do initially. You just had an idea, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like. I mean, I would. Mm, the only thing that I like looked up how to do was building a like menu combat system. I looked up a tutorial that somebody made about how to create like an RPG battle menu system, and I basically copied theirs. And then after that, I would look up like certain commands, like, you code it in this GML language, and I would have to look up like what certain commands do in GML. But I didn't like look up guides or like research anything. I just kind of just made it up as I went along.
Right,
like I didn't.
but like,
Yeah.
what I mean is, the skill you have as a game developer is something you were working on as you were building the game. So, like, in the future, if you were to make another game like this, you'd be able to make it a lot quicker, right?
I would say, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably a lot of what I have been doing is transferable. I think that if I were to do something like this again, I would have a better idea of like what not to bother with. I think I have learned it has taught me the value of like scripting, by which what I mean is like a lot of the like old code in the game is like it's similar code on similar objects that do similar things. And I think next time if I did another project like this, I would really want to emphasize in my mind, like, Ben, make sure you use external scripts that like do certain functions and do certain things. Like I did this for floor reflections. Like I did eventually build like a repeatable script that I could apply to different in-game objects that would give them the same, floor reflection effect. So I didn't have to like custom code the floor reflection for each individual object. Certain objects I do because they move in a certain way that the script can't handle. But like stationary objects can all refer to the same like floor reflection algorithm. So I would make more use of that kind of thing and try to consolidate things so I can just get away with making something once and then reusing it as much as possible. The original menu, the tutorial that I followed, it included a bunch of like other shit that I didn't need. Like my game does not have like, it has items, but it doesn't have like magic. It doesn't have like spells. So his menu included like a spell system. So my my menu system, it has like a spell system in it. It's just like that option is just disabled and skips over. And there's just a bunch of like ghost code in there that doesn't do anything. That it like would support a spell menu if I wanted to add one, but I don't. So I mean, I would exclude things like that. Yeah, I think I just have I have built up a sense of like how to look at code and know what it does, and mostly what that does for me now is I look at my code and I think like, wow, this is a fucking mess. Like, wow, this thing is like under so many like if then statements. This is under so many like conditional modifiers. It didn't need to be buried this deep. There could have been so many fewer like branches to this like logic that I created here. I'm not going to go back and fix it because it works, but I could have made it a lot simpler if I had just had a clearer idea of what it should look like when I had started out. Oops. So to answer your question, yes. Yeah, so to answer your question, yes, I do think probably the things I have learned would be transferable to another project on this one. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, there's plenty that I don't know. Like, the guy who made the original menu system, he used a lot of like arrays, and I just don't use arrays. I feel like probably I could, and it would make certain things easier. I just like don't. I find them awkward to think about, and I just haven't like lists and arrays and stuff are things that you can just make and I kind of just don't use them.
Well,
Maybe I don't
what,
really need
like,
that many of them.
In what way lists? Like
in
lists
the way that like I don't know. What I will do with a thing if I want like an object to perform an action is I will basically just make like a new variable that exists in the object, and it will be toggleable true false. And if I want it to do the thing, I will just be like, okay, set this to true, and then he will do that thing. And then so I end up with, it has all these different like true false, true false, true false. Probably maybe I could have used something like an array to like, okay, there is an array of possible states that he is in, and we can switch from one to another, instead of having like, okay, set this one from true to false, and simultaneously set this one from false to true.
Right.
That's just one example off the top of my head of something that like probably I could have made that simpler. I could have like future-proofed that sort of thing.
From what I see, a lot of coding is like you can do a lot at a very low skill level, but
that's me.
The real like the progression of skill is not so much being able to do more complicated things, it's being able to like do simpler things a lot simpler, like with less lines of code, with less like spaghetti everywhere.
Yeah, I think so. My shit is not clean. And it's a mess. And it oh man, there was again, this was the thing. It was another problem I had this week with reflections. There was a what was it? Shit. There was something with a character object in the game that was... What was it doing? It was doing something. Oh, I remember. It was when the turn ended, it would not increment a certain variable. A certain counter was supposed to count at the end of each turn, such that a certain effect would last a certain number of turns. And after all the enemies were defeated, you're supposed to be able to continue to take turns, like in preparation for the next room. And so, but the way that I had it, I had written a script that would, if there were no enemies, it would simply repeat the turn, but it didn't consider the turn to have ended and a new turn to have begun, thus iterating the counter. It would simply like revert back to the beginning of the turn without actually ending it, so the timer didn't increment. So I knew that this was the problem, and I knew how to fix it. And it was simply a matter, I just had to comb through all the code to find, like, where did I put that instruction to repeat the turn? I just need to find it and delete it. And I just couldn't find it. It took me like an entire day, or like a day and a half, actually, to find this. I knew exactly what it was. It was a one-line solution, and I just couldn't find where to put it. And in the end, the reason why I couldn't... This is a bit stupid. The reason why I couldn't find it was because I had put it in a script. It was in a separate script that was handling that instruction. So I eventually, when I thought maybe it's in a script, I looked through my scripts, and then I found, there it is. There's the like turn repeat script that I just have to go in, and I have to take out that. I was looking for the instruction itself when I should have been looking for the instruction to, refer to that script. So I eventually found it, and then it was easy to fix. But this is, messy. This is the kind of thing that happens when your shit is messy, sloppy. But that's me, I guess. Code talk.
Coding. Tom should be coming on the PCP to talk about his coding.
Tom, I'm calling out Tom. I'm doing it. I saw people in my Discord were asking, like, where's Tom? Why isn't Tom on the PCP? Why did you change the PCP recording time to 10 a.m.? Now Tom's never on the podcast. And I said, no. Tom was hardly ever on the podcast before. And second of all, I specifically asked Tom, hey, Tom, do you mind if we change the PCP recording time to 10 a.m.? Would that be a problem for you? And he said, no, it's fine. And then, Tom, I gotcha. Tom, I fucking gotcha. And then someone in my Discord was like, I'm just saying what he said. And I think he posted a screenshot. I think it was from like the IM Games Discord server or something, where they asked him like, hey, Tom, how come you're never on the podcast anymore? And Tom said, well, they changed it to 10 a.m. in the morning and that's too early for me. So I don't do it. So that's why. It's because Ben changed it on me. And like, no, I fucking asked you. And you said it was okay. This is excuses. Excuses. Just say you don't want to be on. What the fuck? This made me mad. This actually made me a little bit mad. It's talking out two sides of your mouth. Talking out two sides of the mouth. It's weaseling. It's weasel words is what it is. Got him. Caught
Owned.
You. Owned. I'm diligent. You know, I check. I take care. I take care not to fuck people over. I really do. A little credit. A little credit would be nice. But it's fine. It doesn't matter. Duh. All right. That's probably enough code talk. That's probably enough code talk for now. What's up? What do you think? What's on? Tell me stuff.
Stuff. I don't know. It's really just the secret project is like full-time job hours working on it. And then I've been stupidly vegging out doing like idle games and listening to Red Letter Media like usual, like normal. It's not good. Yeah. There was a brief stint where I was like, oh, I'm gonna like watch some actual media. I'm gonna see some anime that I haven't seen. I watched a few, but then as soon as I started getting to like, I watched a few movies, but as soon as I started to get to like the TV shows, the anime shows, 20 episodes of something, I'm like, you know what? I'll get around to it. It's just that there's too much of a time investment, even though individually the episodes are shorter.
Agree. I don't want to watch a show. I could be doing better things.
I was starting to watch Kino's Journey, which was sort of interesting. It's about
I've seen a bit of that.
Kid on a motorbike, and the motorbike can speak to him.
Oh my!
And he's like,
wait, is Kino a boy?
I think so.
Oh, Kino's a girl.
He doesn't have a feminine voice. He's got that 2000s anime like androgynous face.
I'm like 90% sure Kino's a girl.
Well, I don't know, maybe. I only watched 1 or 2 episodes.
Wait, now I'm curious.
Oh, wait, no, I noticed they didn't have, like, any sort of breast
Kino's
area.
Okay, Kino's sex is ambiguous in the beginning. She is a girl.
Okay, well, what do you know?
But it's like deliberately ambiguous. Okay, whatever. So, yeah, all right. Yeah, I've seen a bit of it. It used to be on Anime Network on demand. I watched a few episodes of it.
I think it could be more interesting. It's just sort of quite slow and melancholic.
Yeah.
And like talking about like existential stuff, and I'm like, this feels teenagery. I'm not really interested yet. Like big brain. Like, what if the universe is like stupid? What if life doesn't mean anything? Huh.
Yeah.
A little bit of that. But it's not like a stupid version of that. It's like it's earnest. So maybe it'll be like cool. I wanted to finish it before moving on to some other anime that I have on my list of things to watch, but finishing a show is too hard because you have to watch it. And there's a lot of minutes.
That's true.
So I don't know what to do. Yeah. Should I continue to watch Kino's Journey? Tell me in the comments of what you thought of this anime.
You just gotta follow your heart. You just gotta let your heart lead you
no,
where it may.
My heart is stupid because it leads me to play idle games and look at numbers go up.
Damn, that is stupid. Your heart sucks.
My heart is like I just need to rip it out of me. My heart doesn't like art.
I'm ripping out another seltzer. I'm ripping out another sparkling water with a twist of triple berry.
What flavor berry?
Refreshing. Huh?
What flavor berry?
Well, from the packaging, it seems to be blueberry, strawberry, blackberry. Yeah. So there you go. That's the answer.
Wow.
Triple berry. All right. I had one last thing to mention on my week notes. So I was listening to the Anamorphin Time. I was catching up on Anamorphin Time. I was a few episodes behind, and they started doing a voicemail segment. I think I might have talked about this. Tyler from Anamorphin Time asked me how we do our voicemails, and I told him about SpeakPipe. And they started doing voicemails, and I am pretty sure that one of our shitposter voicemailers shitpost voicemailed them as well. I don't remember exactly what his question was, but there was one guy who voicemailed them, and he had what I think was like some kind of Hispanic accent, but he talked in like a very drawling kind of low voice. It kind of slurred his words a lot. And I don't remember exactly what he was asking, but I think he's just asking, like, he goes on this like long, like tedious, like, tell me about life. Like, I don't know what to do about my life. Give me advice about relationships. Never had sex. And that's the end of the voicemail. And like it's the episode where they have Chris Grine, which is like the graphic novelist who is drawing the official like Animorphs like graphic novels. And like
and you have to listen to that.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that guy has called into the PCP before. So fuck you, guy. Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be my fault because Tyler was asking on Twitter like people to leave voicemails for the show, and I like retweeted that. So it's probably my doing. Yeah. Oops.
Insanely toxic PCP audience.
Exactly. I thought I'm like 99% sure that same guy has voicemailed us before. Yeah, that's all I got for this week on my list of shit to say.
I never had a list.
I'm write
stupid.
I write like a little note or two throughout if something interesting happens. I go, I'll put that on my little text note and maybe bring it up on the show. You want to go to voicemails?
Yeah, let's go to voicemails. I didn't really have anything.
Okay. Sure. Well, let me pull them up here. Okay, the first one is called shit. It's called I Love You Gib, or ILY Gib.
Oh, wow.
Wah! 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben.
Yeah.
Can I get a ooh happy birthday?
Ooh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday. Whose birthday is it?
This guy's, I guess.
I hope it's a happy
birthday!
One.
Ooh! I hope your birthday is sexy. Ooh. God. Next one is called Please for the Love of God. Please for the love of God. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go back to uploading the PCP MP3s. I need them to listen to the fucking show, and they're not on any of the new episodes, and fucking all the YouTube to MP3 websites aren't working anymore. Can't listen to the podcast.
What did we do about that? I thought we stopped doing that because they're on iTunes or something. Or
I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, they're on like iTunes, and are they on Spotify? It's just iTunes. Apple Podcasts maybe. They're on the okay, you can download the MP3 from the website, right? The procrastinators.com has all the episodes, and I believe you can download them as MP3s from the website. Let me check that. The procrastinatorspodcast.com. Yeah. Yeah, you fucking nerd. You can literally download them from the website. That's where you go. There's no Google folder anymore. Just go to the website.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Problem solved. Problem solved. Maybe you didn't know that. Now you know.
Yeah, I mean, most people probably don't know that there's a website for that. But yes. Check
there is a website.
Shit.
By the way, so I want at some point to release the PDF version of Road to Radcon. I guess I should put that on the website. That seems like the appropriate place to put that. I don't actually know how to edit the website though. I don't know how to make a post there. I've never done it.
We've still got the default plant at the top. Yeah, I mean Tom
still got the default.
uploads the things.
You know what?
He?
I guess I could just ask Tom to post the PDF. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll ask Tom about it. Okay. The next one is called shit, where did I lost it. Next one is called it's Janess. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
What do you think someone should do if they want to improve their commentating skill on a Let's Play or stream?
Their commentating skill.
Just
I think
do a lot of it.
Yeah, do a lot of it. Do a lot of it. I would say aside from that, there might be a mindset thing. Try and maintain the mindset of that there are no trying to be the mindset of not caring too much. Be like, what if I say something stupid? I think some people are shy. I think some people maybe would be shy in that situation and would hold back.
Sure.
You should not hold back. You should say, even if something's stupid, you should be of the mindset that if you say something stupid, that's okay, because you can just make a joke out of it and laugh at yourself. And I don't know. Learn not to give a fuck about looking stupid, which is good advice in general for life.
True.
That and practice are probably two.
I'm trying to think because
things.
in a Let's Play, I mean nobody really does Let's Plays, but if you're doing live streams, it depends on why people are watching or what you're trying to do. If you're trying to just be a gamer, you don't really need to commentate that much as long as the gameplay is interesting or high level stuff.
I mean,
if you're just having fun,
need to be
then
saying something.
You don't. Well, I mean, you do in some circumstances, but speedrunners don't need to. Not that it's nicer if you can commentate while you're playing. But if you have if the trouble is with trying to play a game and speak at the same time, just try to do it, and then you'll get the hang of doing that. But I don't know if there's a specific way to get good at it other than that.
I don't really think so.
I guess if you've got a friend who could be in a call, they could ask you questions to force your hand, force you to react.
Yeah, I think doing it with another person is a lot easier than doing it by yourself. If you're doing it by yourself, yeah, you might just run out of things to say. You don't have anyone to bounce off of. You have to keep coming up with shit on your own. Yeah.
The only thing with that
that's a good fallback. If you are having trouble doing it on your own, doing it with someone would be a good fallback option. Next voicemail is an image or an Imager album. Ryley the type of geezer to go down on a chick and be the first one to come. That's funny. Is it true?
Is it true?
Well, I mean,
Ryley,
the meme says it's true, so I have to believe it. I have to take it at face value.
Well, it's not really saying it's true, but he's saying he's the type of geezer where that would happen.
Oh, well, that's Well, that's true, obviously. He seems the type. Next one is this an image?
It's a paste bin.
Wait, why is this a paste bin? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. It's a text file for some reason. Why would you? Okay, Ben, you should make a PCP lecture on the rise and fall of Digibro. I bet a lot of people would be interested to know what happened to that anime YouTuber from 2016. You know, you're not the first person to suggest this. Yeah. I mean, I would. Yeah, I mean, it's not I'd consider it. I'd consider it maybe.
It's doable. I mean, there's plenty of interesting facts.
There's enough there to make for something of a lecture. I mean, genuinely, the problem is just organizing a lecture. Like, when would I have the opportunity to do a lecture, right?
Yeah.
That's the biggest obstacle.
It'd be like RadCon with me and you and Tom.
Yeah.
Maybe Nate. I don't know. That's like.
I don't know either. I just don't know. Yeah. Honestly, if there was like some new RadCon or spiritual successor to a RadCon, I probably would like attempt to do something like this, just because, like, why not? And it would be funny. I'd have to like go back through like. Okay, there would be a lot to say. There's a lot you could say about the rise and fall of Digibro, but the hard part is separating the wheat from the chaff, because a lot of it would be boring. A lot of it would be like, oh, and then, you know, shit, talking about like Digibro's turntable or like the hentai samurai.
Oh no, I would assume
nobody cares
it would
about
be
that
entirely
shit.
Like the drama. People only really want to know about the fall.
I mean, yeah, you're kind of right, actually. The rise would be like
YouTuber begins and then grows in popularity is like a story everyone knows. Everyone.
Yeah, like you give the broad strokes of the rise. The rise kind of speaks for itself. Like, okay, this is what they did. This is why they were popular. And then what happened? Well, yeah. Honestly, yeah. It's not a bad idea. And given the opportunity, I probably would do it. Cue the suddenly Yig Studios is alerted that I said that, and then they become their new mission is to stop RadCon at any cost. We can't allow another RadCon to happen. To be devastating.
They have a history of stopping lectures from existing.
Yeah, true.
They've got a proven track record. They can do it.
They love it. They love it. Next voicemail is, oh god, it's a, you know, I guess this is a way to get me to read your text message. Okay. I'm sorry if you've been told this already, but you don't seem to understand that mining cryptocurrency and processing cryptocurrency transactions are exactly the same thing. The miners are rewarded a set amount of currency for processing transactions. I don't believe you. I don't think you're right. You have to mine the currency before it can be traded. Trading currency. No, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
Do they mean the same thing in terms of energy usage or whatever? Because that may have been what we were talking about.
This guy says they are literally the same thing, which they cannot be. That can't be the case. So dismissed. Next, oh god. Okay, the next one has a video attached to it. But here I'll put here's the voicemail. Come on. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey Ben, I heard you like ridiculously long video essays. This dude just posted a 7.5-hour fucking analysis of this great British TV show.
Is it Jose? Wait, Pyrocynical. Okay, I vaguely know Pyrocynical. The best and worst show
he like a shitty reaction channel that has
Didn't
a lot
this
of drama
guy
around him?
Okay, didn't this guy get like did this guy get canceled for grooming or something?
It's in that ballpark of like a bunch of bullshit that I've heard vaguely. I don't know. Maybe they're alright, but I doubt it.
Okay, this is the kind of video that I like. I like 7-hour long videos about some bullshit. I wish it were about a video game instead of about a TV show, but wait, let me hear this guy's voice. Let me listen to this guy's voice. Shut up. No, let me hear the guy's voice. Stop playing clips. Okay, his voice sounds fine. Some people I can't watch because their voice is bad. Breadsword, Super Eye Patch Wolf, Nightmind, Joseph Geller. I can't watch any of their shit because their voices are too obnoxious.
Wait, is this is he's going through
but this
each
guy sounds okay
episode at a time. That's why it's 7 hours long.
Yeah.
I did watch a Doctor Who Jodie Whittaker like breakdown episode by episode why the writing sucked and the characters have nothing to them. And that was a good ride.
Okay.
I get the name.
The go through every episode, it's a bit of a cheap shortcut to length.
To pad out a length, yeah.
It's a bit of a cheap shortcut. It can still be good. It's a bit dodgy, but I might give it a shot, maybe. I don't know.
It's one of those things where, like, something that's true in one episode will often be true in multiple episodes, but they end up saying it multiple times.
Oh god, that guy, I think the guy, LS Mark, he did a video where he goes through every single, like, all, like, 700 episodes of The Simpsons. And he gives, like, he doesn't give a long summary, but he does, like, he summarizes, like, each one. I watched that whole thing.
Was it
I mean,
good?
he does,
Was it
you know, after a
or...
while, it was pretty good because it wasn't, that could get really annoying, but he starts being like, okay, there's only so much I can say about each of these. Like, he doesn't like repeat his point over and over again for like each of the new ones. Like, it gets to a point where he's really like rapid firing them, like bam, 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 bam. And like, you know, that's how you got to do it. But yeah, I like that one. I like that video. Okay, the next one is called Help, I Can't Figure Out How This Thing Works. Why didn't it? Hold on. Please post in the... Okay. Help, I Can't Figure Out How This Thing Works. Solaru plus It Keeps Asking for an Email at egg.com. You've sent voicemails before. Whatever. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey y'all, it's me again. I just wanted to say that last week's pod was really good and thank you again.
Oh.
Also, I wanted to leave a comment for the guest Advil you had on. Hey there. You're a complete coward and I honestly feel sorry for you. I watched a vid you made and gave up 31 minutes and 4 seconds in. You talked about looking at things in context, and yet you were more than happy to protect a complete garbage of a human who's done actual harm to my community, just to try and get a dub against Pina or whatever the fuck. I'm not gonna be cute about it. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't collaborate with Antunes under any circumstances. Personally.
I didn't actually go back and watch or listen to the part of that episode before I arrived, so I don't know what was talked about.
Oh,
but I don't really care. So
that guy, he did a video where he talked to Ethereon and Antunes about why Daft Pina is bad. Yeah, there's no way that Daft Pina is anywhere as bad as Antunes. So like, it's pretty stupid. Yeah, a bunch of people in my Discord didn't actually watch the Daft Pina takedown video or whatever that guy. A bunch of people in my Discord complained about it and said it was bad for various reasons. But I don't know. That's not me talking. I don't have an opinion. Okay, next voicemail is another image. So here we go. What do we got? Okay. Okay.
What is
I
this?
think this speaks for itself.
That arm goes like that's like a triple jointed One Piece.
Yeah,
arm.
she's got a she's from the long arm tribe.
The long arm, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
What more is there to say? It's my friend. It's my friend Ben Saint. It's my friend Ben Saint. You know what I'm referencing there?
Yeah, I know what you're referencing. It's just
Okay. Okay. Next one is NNN week 2 reddit.com/r/nonate@gmail.com. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, going 1 week strong. I haven't nated all week long and I feel better than ever. To clarify from last week, participating in this challenge is to not watch, listen, or engage with Nate Bestman or any of his content for the whole month.
It's
Wow.
For
hard.
anyone just joining the challenge, I know it can be tough.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read an excerpt from an inspirational Reddit post about this month's challenge. This comes from Reddit user IHDN2012. He writes, I was addicted to Nate for 20 years. I was lonely, miserable, and desperately wanted a partner. Sometimes so badly, I wanted to die. Skipping ahead a little, he says, about 2 weeks after I stopped watching Nate, I met an amazing woman. I knew that if I was still a Nate addict, I would not find her attractive. She doesn't have the enormous intellect that Nate has. And she is an incredibly perfect person. She is so beautiful to me, and I'm way happier now. Wow, isn't that inspiring? I know I'm ready for another week of not nating. Until next time, no Nate, yes watch.
Change your life. Change your life. The power's in your hands, listeners. You
Unsubscribe.
You just have to take that.
Change your life doesn't really work.
Unsubscribe, change. It's good enough. Unsubscribe,
So
change your life. Nate, not even once.
Nate even once.
Next, what can I say but that I wholeheartedly endorse No Nate November? Next voicemail is called Trixie's Dignity Equals. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Nothing. I get it.
I get it. It's nothing.
There's
I thought it was gonna be like a quote of somebody yelling something.
Oh,
like,
I thought it was gonna be a
or
fart
something.
noise.
Yeah. No. Okay. All right. I got it. Message received. This is the last voicemail. We didn't have that many this week. This is Australian father finds out how much PCP makes on Patreon. 3, 2, 1, go.
$900 dues? Tobias! Did you send money to patreon.com/the Pro Crastinators? Yes, but it was an emergency. Trixie was talking mad shit to a bunch of dick show boomers, so Ben and Gib had to react.
True.
Oh my god! She didn't go and get herself ratioed, now did she?
No, that's a cool dad.
That's a cool Australian father.
Coolest fucking... Damn, I wish I had an Australian father. We are up to $954,
Oh my God.
I think.
Dollary dues.
If 950, it's over 900. If we could get to 1,050, so if we got another $100, we would have tripled our Patreon over the last like 3 months, which would be really. Now, I mean, we've almost tripled it, which is pretty good. Thanks everyone for your pledges.
Yeah.
Hey, what I would suggest, and I mean this in an entirely legal way, in that I am not responsible for anything, but I would suggest goading Trixie into making more podcast appearances, into making more statements against us. I really want more of those. They've been a huge boon to us. So I want more. You want more. send her like, I don't know, send her like lies about us. Tell her that we said things we didn't say, and have her get mad. Just make her mad.
No, I don't like.
You disavow? Do you disavow?
No. I think it's funny, but like, it's like, I don't know. I don't think it'll work, and I'd rather not lies being flung around, even in a joke way.
I would like for lies.
Who knows how many Dick Show fans will latch onto that and agree with it? Maybe even 2, maybe 3 people will care in any way about the procrastinators.
Then we can't have that. We can't have that. We can't have that. We only need. We only want
it's really funny
because
like if it results in like Trixie spreading lies about us, who will pay attention and also who will care? It's really no one. So
nobody.
It's not much of like a reason not to do it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like all right. Trixie is a person of very low intelligence, but I think even she probably noticed that like, when I tried to attack the PCP, I made a fool of myself and gave them a bunch of money. I won't do that. I shouldn't do that again. And you know, that chilling effect is unfortunate because I want it to continue. But I feel like maybe it won't. I feel like even she may have learned the lesson, and that's a shame. So I don't know. I don't know. Can't force her to make a fool of herself, but I don't know.
Oh, she'll do it. Just give her time.
She's I really think that the recent spate of outspoken attacks and she's become more active on Twitter, and I think I sense that something is shifting there. Something is things are hitting the fan, or things are coming to a head, and there will be hostility. I feel like we're coming to a point where there may be greater hostility. Because I mean, once she's lost everything, like what else will there be for her except to like lash out, right? So, you know, hopefully that day comes soon. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, patreon.com/theprocrastinators. If you want to hear us respond to her appearance on Who Are These Podcasts, very funny stuff. Also, if you want to hear about some fun facts and learn what to do if someone calls you a gay wizard. Hey, you know what I was thinking yesterday? Rowling said that Dumbledore was gay, and he's a wizard. And you know, he didn't deny it, which made it true.
Well, he was dead.
I just think
he was in the grave when that happened.
Damn. If only he'd been alive to say. If only he'd been alive to. Well, I won't say what he should have done. I won't say what he should have done when Rowling said, "Oh yeah, Dumbledore. Oh, he was gay all along." I won't say what he should have done. You're gonna have to go listen to the Fun Fact Challenge if you want to know what to do in that kind of a sticky situation. It could save your life. Yeah, and speakpipe.com/ is it TP Crastinators?
I feel like
shit. What's our fucking? What's our fucking? Yeah.
TP Crastinator, I think.
Is it TP Crastinators? Why is it different? Why is it different on every fucking platform? Maybe? Okay. Send us a voicemail if you want. Check out the Money Spenders podcast. Oh, muted her microphone. Check out the Money Spenders podcast. Is it patreon.com/
Give and Take.
Give and Take?
Patreon.com/Give and Take for the Money Spenders podcast.
I will be going and listening to that probably today, because I do want to hear about that secret project. Also, check out the Drawcast YouTube channel, the new one with Oblivion Fall and Teleperte and others. And I am on later today. In fact, I'm going to be recording us all like talking about the telephone challenge. Last week I talked about how my my fucking stream fucked up. Oh wait, you're on that too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
right?
Are you gonna? Yeah, right. That's tonight. Yeah.
Oh shit! Wait, what? What's happening tonight?
Did you not get a message? I got an in the server, and Oblivion Fall said we're gonna record the video tonight.
Oh my god! You mean everybody that was in the drawcast, the thing?
I might have missed an earlier message, but he specifically added. Wait, let me check. He specifically added me and Teleperte. I don't know why he specifically added just us. I told him it was good for me. You might want to respond to that.
Huh? Wait, there's the art telephone chat, which I assume was where that was.
No, this was in. Well, I got an ad in scheduling. Did he just not message you?
Is it for? I don't know what's going on. Wait, isn't that just a normal drawcast that you're doing?
No. Wait.
Yeah, for the drawcast. You're doing a drawcast.
Wait, I am? Oh,
yeah, it's not the telephone thing. That's another thing.
What?
You're going to be on an episode.
Oh, God. I don't remember saying I wanted to do that.
I thought Oblivion...
No!
I remember Oblivion Fall telling me that he wanted to put you with Teleperte.
I thought...
Or like you wanted to be with... I don't know. Lol.
I don't remember. Okay, whatever. Well, I guess it's too late. I already told him I was going to do it. Oops. Oh well, I guess I'll be on... I guess I'll be on that, or whatever. I just want to work on my fucking game. It sucks. It's stupid. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, watch that if you want, I guess.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, bye. That's the end of the episode. Bye.